No, let's put all the rumors aside for just a second, and let's come to reality. And reality is, I've had 3, not 1, not 2, but 3 opportunities to become the Ring of Honor World Champion. And I've stated many times what this means to me. And tonight I've been graced with the 4th chance. The 4th chance to make my dream come true. And tonight, I don't gotta beat Austin Aries. I don't even gotta beat you, CM Punk. No, I gotta beat the fallen angel, Christopher Daniels. I gotta beat the most dominant Ring of Honor champion of all time, Samoan Joe. And yes, I gotta beat you, you snake in the grass, CM Punk. And believe me, there is no way in hell I'm leaving this building knowing that you're the champion. I will beat you here, or I'll chase you wherever it takes. Punk, we got unfinished business. And as far as Daniels and Joe, like I said, this belt means everything to me. This could be the biggest night of my professional wrestling career. I'm not gonna blow 4 chances. There's no way in the world I'm gonna drop the ball 4th time. It's here, it's in Dayton, and I got every intention in the world of leaving tonight the Ring of Honor World Champion. The #1 man in a #1 promotion with the #1 belt.
You see, when Generation Next was formed over a year ago, our goals and our objectives were very simple. We were the top young talent in this business, and we wanted the top spots. And in that time, that's exactly what we've done. We've taken the top spots here in Ring of Honor, and we're now the main eventers that we deserve to be. You see, but right now we find ourselves engaged in a bit of a war with the embassy. While Prince Nana's money has been bringing in troop after troop to defeat us, we find ourselves a bit short-handed because one of our original members, Jack Evans, isn't here with us right now. You see, Jack Evans, his reckless style has taken its toll, and he has to take some time off for injuries. So what we had to do is go out and find ourselves some of the new top young talent in this business. And that's exactly what we've done. And you, Matt Sydal.
I found out the hard way when I came to Ring of Honor that you need backup, that you need a team, and you need people you can count on. And I think I may have just found that.
I think you have. You see, tonight, Embassy, when we go to war with you and we come victorious, the new member of Generation Next will be officially announced, and Matt Sydal, you boys have started something you're not going to be able to finish. Let's go. Yeah, business.
It is August 12th, 2005. We are in Dayton, Ohio at the Montgomery County Fairgrounds Colosseum as Ring of Honor gets things started off with a bang and a little bit crazy as Delirious does laps around the ring. We got 4-corner survival to start things off. The first ball wins it. Dave Prazak joined by Lenny Leonard.
Great to be here, Dave. Really looking forward for some action tonight. We've got 4 competitors trying to make their way here in Ring of Honor. Ace Steel starting it off with Matt Striker. You said Delirious early on, running laps around the ring. Sterling Keenan on the outside as well. The first ball, as you said, will win this matchup, and they are off in a hurry here.
Ace Steel and Matt Striker doing battle on the canvas. Referee Jason Harding, new referee here for Ring of Honor to officiate this contest as we got all 4 men in the ring, and now Keenan wrapping his legs around the head of Delirious. Of course, Sterling Keenan making his name initially in the IWC promotion, Norm Connor's organization in the Pittsburgh area, returning to Ring of Honor competition here tonight.
Referee obviously going to have his hands full, all 4 men in the ring. We normally see tags in this sort of matchup. It looks like we're going to have all 4 guys going at it at one time here. Referee letting them go.
Harding has his hands full.
Nice forearm to the back, sends Delirious to the outside. But Striker caught with his back turned by Keenan up and over. And Ace Steel with a clothesline springboard off the top.
Great agility shown by Ace Steel right there, but Matt Striker caught him sleepwalking right there.
Leg Larry from Striker, and he was sleepwalking and caught. Big clothesline off the top from Delirious.
I believe that would be the leaping lariat known as BAM!
Dropped hold on Ace Steel, caught him coming in. Look at the physique on this guy. He is jacked.
You came for the gun show, didn't you, Lenny Leonard?
Ace Steel not impressed whatsoever.
Well, Delirious,
where's he going?
He has odd strategy. He's underneath the ring. He's trying to figure out how to win this thing. As right now it's Keenan dropping a steel right over the knee.
Nice backbreaker. Keenan, though, again with his back turned, caught by Stryker. Nice reversal with a couple of elbows to the face of Stryker. Reverse the Irish whip, hits the buckle hard. A pair of running knees right to the midsection. Stryker hits the ropes. Big lariat just turns him inside out.
We got a cover inside the ring. Meanwhile, Delirious has decided that it's time to come out from underneath the ring and go for the missile dropkick, but nobody home.
Stryker able to avoid Delirious coming off the top.
Looking for the Stryker lock here.
He's got it locked in right in the center of the ring. You see Keenan making his way to his feet, trying to break it up, but he's caught by Ace Steel and snapped across the top rope, excuse me.
Keenan holding the back of his head. We got 3 men down in the ring as Ace Steel slides back in. Big event here in Dayton tonight. CM Punk will put the title on the line against 3 other men in an elimination matchup. As right now it's Ace Steel, Punk's trainer, going to town on everybody.
Ducks the clothesline, hits the German and dumps Keenan right on the back of his head. Steel with a cover here. Only able to get 2.
Keenan able to get that shoulder up. Bulldogs, Ace Steel down on top of Delirious as the hometown boy Matt Stryker in command.
Brana right onto Steel, hooks the leg, he might have him here. Delirious able to break it up, but you can see that leg giving him trouble there. Stryker firing away on Delirious in the corner. Steel slumped on the outside. Hard chop to the chest by Stryker.
Delirious reverses the whip. Stryker right into the arms of Sterling Keenan.
Sort of a head scissor there into a powerbomb. Keenan with a cover. Stryker able to kick out at 2.
Well, the man with the least Ring of Honor experience in control of the contest. He's got Ace up on his shoulders now and drops him down over the knee.
Just driving the knee right to the midsection of Ace Steel. Another cover in a 2 count. Delirious once again able to break it up.
Big opportunity for Sterling Keenan in this matchup against 3 of the top stars here in ROH.
Bulldog off the top, hooks the leg.
Delirious to break it up. 4 hungry athletes looking to work their way up the roster.
Delirious with Stryker, he's going to send him off. Reversal by Stryker. Delirious hits the buckles hard. Stryker's going to follow him in. Elevated up and over to the floor.
Ace comes charging at Delirious, gets his feet up. All the way up top goes Delirious. Shadows over hell. No, Ace able to kick out.
2 3/4 there. Delirious was sure he had him. Things going Delirious's way here as he got Steel in trouble in the corner.
Getting all fired up. Headbutt snap.
Crowd getting behind Delirious here in our opening contest in Dayton.
Elevates Ace to the top rope. Ace trying to fight his way out of this position. Down goes Delirious. But back up.
Call with a forearm across the back.
Gut wrench. Up on the shoulders now.
What's he got him here?
Oh, powerbomb off the ropes. And that's it. Ace Steel comes up your winner.
It seems that the battle I have to fight tonight is my destiny versus my history. Ever since I came to Ring of Honor in 2002, I said my destiny was to wear the Ring of Honor Championship. And yet, at every turn, history has thwarted me. Crowning a champion, the first Ring of Honor title match. 4 men, 60 minutes, Iron Man rules, Doug Williams, Spanky, Low Key, and the Fallen Angel. The night that I pinned Low Key's shoulders to the mat for the first time, and I was denied the championship. And then, in full swing, ready to attack for the title, and I'm taken out of Ring of Honor. Circumstances beyond my control kept me from the destiny that I should have attained long ago. Well, now I'm back. And CM Punk, it seemed that in Philadelphia, history would take a backseat to destiny and I would finally get the title that's rightfully mine. But it didn't work out that way. Once again, 60 minutes elapsed, and at the end of 60 minutes, I had no championship, I had no glory, I had no destiny. Well, tonight, CM Punk, your last hurrah, the final nights of CM Punk in Ring of Honor. And if you think for a second that I'll let you walk out of Dayton, Ohio with that championship in your hands, you are out of your mind. 4 men in a Ring of Honor ring with the Ring of Honor championship on the line. I've been there before. Samoa Joe, James Gibson, you are not factors in this equation. All that matters is that Christopher Daniels will be in one corner and CM Punk will be in the other corner, and in between will be the Ring of Honor World Championship. And at the end of the night, I will finally make history and achieve my destiny. And CM Punk, you can pray for mercy, but you will not get it.
this one, the stupid looking one, right there. Yes, okay. Part C. Part C, right. Let's go,
The crowd here in Dayton a little bit split between these two competitors. Two big personalities in the ring right here between Spanky and Colt Cabana.
Looks like we're finally about to get things kicked off here in our next matchup here in Dayton. Colt Cabana back from Europe after that self-imposed exile following that crushing loss to Nigel McGuinness in that European rules matchup. He's looking to get back on the winning track here against Spanky.
Yeah, Colt Cabana wrestling in Europe, 25 matches in the span of 21 days. A very grueling schedule. Sort of felt that he should go to Europe to really bone up on that style of wrestling so that he can get back to business with Nigel McGuinness when he returns here to the States.
Nice job by Spanky hanging on to that side headlock here. He's controlling Cabana right in the center of the ring.
Of course, another big reason why Cabana decided to take that exile to Europe was the fact that the locker room didn't really take too kindly with the attitude of CM Punk as of late. And Cabana, guilt by association, I guess, because of his friendship with CM Punk and the Second City Saints. And let's admit, getting a little bit of heat from the rest of the locker room, but what did he just do to Spanky?
Cabana getting a little frisky there on the backside of Spanky, forced to go to the outside to, whoa, what?
Hey, keep your hands off Bruce Gray.
Is that what they taught him in Europe?
I don't think so. Cabana has really started to utilize the European influence in his wrestling style during recent months. It has really helped him in his series of matches against Nigel McGuinness, and he's looking to improve that. As already signed next week in Morristown, New Jersey, Night of the Grudges 2, it'll be Cabana and Nigel McGuinness once again, and Cabana will be able to choose the stipulations of that matchup on the night of the show.
You gotta wonder what Colt has in store for Nigel McGuinness. They've had straight matches, they've had European rules matches. What does Colt Cabana have in store? He's come up on the short end of the stick his last few times out against Nigel. Even in a tag team match he lost with CM Punk as his partner at New Frontiers. You gotta wonder what Colt's got in store to try and turn the tide, as it will, against Nigel, who seems to have his number here lately.
Spanky, a very focused individual as well. Much like James Gibson, has made no secret that he's back here in Ring of Honor in 2005 in search of titles, be it pure world title or the tag team championship. So right now it's Colt Cabana with the shoulder tackle, rolls over Spanky. Off the ropes he comes, nice leapfrog from Spanky, and that Japanese arm drag.
That's exactly what Spanky needs to do, is utilize his quickness, but Cabana, surprising show of quickness there, able to match speed with the smaller Spanky.
And Spanky's starting to realize just what Cabana brings to the table here.
Well, Cabana's a guy who likes to have good times and great memories, but he seems to be all business here against Spanky right now.
And both men hit the ropes. It's a crisscross Lenny Leonard. Where it stops, only either Cabana or Spanky knows. And it's continuing. They're still hitting the ropes here in Dayton. Dropped down by Spanky. And a kick in the ass.
Cabana once again going to the derriere of Spanky.
Did he learn that in Europe?
I
A
know
wise strategy employed by Colt Cabana.
I know he spent a lot of time in England. Maybe a foray into Greece by Colt Cabana.
It's another crisscross. Back and forth they go. And they're still going. And timeout. Spanky catching his breath. Okay. And they're off. Back and forth. This time it's Cabana dropping down. Spanky goes for the leg drop. Nobody home. Cabana back to his feet.
Ducks the clothesline. Atomic drop once again, and a big chop to the backside.
To the ass. Basically, he's working over the ass right now. And the butt to follow up. Out to the floor goes Spank.
Spanky on the floor. Cabana looking to fly here. No, not so fast.
Faked him out on the dive. A little bit of stretching. Right into the tomahawk chop. Off the tower.
Look, he didn't hurt his hand there on the top of the head of Spanky.
Very wise strategy used by Colt Cabana thus far. First the kick in the ass, and then the atomic drop, the chop to the ass.
Obviously, Spanky's
Working over a body part like many ring technicians that we see here in ROH.
Colt Cabana studying tape of Spanky. He has found that the ass is the weakness of Spanky.
What are you trying to say? Tying him up right here. Nice pinning predicament right there by Cabana. Master of the roll-ups.
Colt Cabana getting control, sends him off to the buckle hard, follows him in. Spanky able to avoid it. Hard chop to the chest. Doesn't look like it did too much damage though.
Cabana trying to shake off the effects. And I guess it did hurt. You were wrong, Lenny.
That was uncalled for. Thought we were friends. I want to be friends. Give me the titty twist. Come on.
Suckered him in with the handshake, a little bit of a do-si-do, and another roll-up from Cabana. Pulling the referee in the way. Don't touch the official, Spanky. Leapfrog over the ref, holding press.
Only a 2 count by Cabana. Outsmarting Spanky thus far early on. Hard chop to the chest.
Spanky needs to mount a little bit of offense here. Cabana in command. And Spanky, it's no secret, he's on limited time here in ROH as he's ready to make his way back to the WWE. So if he wants to accomplish some goals, he's got to do it quickly.
Leg lariat takes Cabana off his feet. Waiting for him to get back up. Swinging DDT plants him right on his face. 2 count by Spanky.
Hitting a nice DDT like that would certainly help accomplish some goals here in Ring of Honor. Drops Cabana face first down to the canvas.
Spanky now mounting a little bit of offense. He's going to go to the top here. Taking a little time here, making his way up to the top.
Spanky ascends. What could he have in mind? Frog splash off the top. Connects. But Cabana rolls over and gets an ear fall. Spanky right on top. Both of these men, it's a big weekend, not only just this match, but tomorrow night in Chicago Ridge, Colt Cabana to take on CM Punk. Oh, nice enziguri. Sends Spanky down to the canvas.
One of the reasons Punk's still around here is he wanted Colt Cabana one last time in Chicago, and he's going to get it tomorrow night.
And
what
of
a
course,
matchup that's going to be.
And tomorrow night, Spanky teaming up with his friend James Gibson to go after the Tag Team Championship.
Cabana ducks the clothesline super kick. He might have knocked him out.
Whoa, Spanky able to get his shoulder up.
2.5. See the wear and tear starting to show on both these guys here as this match moves on. Both men slow to get to their feet.
And the fans again with their dueling chants. 2 crowd favorites going at it right here. Exchange strikes in the center of the ring. Back and forth.
Spanky giving up a lot of size to Cabana. I don't think he wants to exchange strikes with him. You can see he's coming out on the short end of it there. Reversal though by Spanky, the Irish whip. Cabana off the ropes, ducks the boot.
There's that European style.
Nice go behind by Cabana. Takes Spanky off his feet. Rolls through.
What a roll-up. Nice bridge. And that's it. Colt Cabana gets the victory.
let's just forget what happened tonight, earlier with Gold Cabana. But buddy, before you go, I want a shot at that ROH belt. What do you say, Palsy Wows? Okay.
Spanky, have you been living under a rock? Orlando's under a rock. You see, this is my last weekend here in Ring of Honor. This is my last night in Dayton, Ohio. Tomorrow night is my last night in Chicago. This is it. But since me and you are such good pals, Spanky, I would love to give you a title shot. Seeing as you're the one that's going to be on Velocity and I'm going to be on Monday Night Raw, I just don't see you ever getting a shot at this. For CM Punk. Hell, there wouldn't be a Ring of Honor if it wasn't for CM Punk. They didn't want to come back here to Dayton. And then I wrestled Samoa Joe, dare I say, carried his ass for 60 minutes here in this ring. And we had to come back to Dayton because you people wanted to see a superstar. Let's face it, it's not Ring of Honor that sells tickets, it's CM Punk. And after this weekend, not only is Ring of Honor losing their world champion, not only are they losing one half of the greatest tag team in the Second City Saints, they're losing their trainer, they're losing the best commentator on the DVD releases. And they're losing the guy that doesn't give a damn about any one of you. This belt belongs to me. This promotion belongs to me. You can ask any guy in that back. They're here on my recommendation. You people are here to witness the promotion that I built. And I built it, and I'll take it with me. This is my last week.
Yes, indeed, Huss does beat Scissors. But do the furry boots of Jimmy Jacobs have more power than the new mohawk of Chad Collier? Tag team titles on the line as Jacobs and Whitmer defend against Nigel McGuinness and Chad Collier.
McGuinness and Collier getting this shot off of that big win over Colt Cabana and CM Punk. Jacobs and Whitmer defending their titles for the first time since regaining them in Philadelphia against the Carnage Crew. And it's Nigel McGuinness with a clean break on Jimmy Jacobs in the corner.
Jason Harding, the official assigned to this matchup. Of course, the win for Nigel and Collier over Punk and Cabana was at the New Frontiers event in the Buffalo area. The last time that we're going to see Punk and Cabana team up here in Ring of Honor.
We mentioned earlier, still to come tomorrow night. The final encounter between Punk and Cabana in singles competition. That's going to be a tremendous event tomorrow night in Chicago. And right now, Nigel McGuinness is just tossing Jimmy Jacobs around.
Well, no doubt about it. Jimmy Jacobs is the smallest man in this matchup, and he's pretty easy to toss around. But it takes a heck of a lot to make this kid give up.
Another reason for Chad Collier and Nigel McGuinness getting this shot is, again, you see Jimmy Jacobs tossed like a human lawn dart into the corner there. Collier was able to make, oh, look at that.
Not quite within his reach, but that slap certainly was. And just hand across the throat, another slap from Jacobs.
I think he's just making Nigel mad here. Look at the fight of Jimmy Jacobs. Going to work Nigel in the corner, trying to get away from Jimmy Jacobs.
He's a tough little Huss.
As I was saying, Collier was able to make Jimmy Jacobs submit in a singles match.
Back in Chicago at Nowhere to Run.
One more reason, these two very much deserving of a tag team title shot. And there you see Nigel going to work again on Jimmy Jacobs. Bolo uppercuts right to the chest. Drags him into his corner. Now Collier's going to go to work.
Nice European uppercut from Collier.
It's like the new hairstyle of Chad Collier bring about an aggressive streak here. Trading chops in the corner with Jacobs firing back.
Of course, if it was up to Chad Collier, Ring of Honor would just hand the belts on over to him. He doesn't feel he has to, I guess, earn a title.
Crossbody out of the corner by Jacobs, only a 2 count.
Back to his feet, right into an arm drag.
For Jacobs to be effective, he has to use his quickness against these guys. He gives up a lot of size pretty much against everybody he competes with, so he has to use that quickness. And there you see the tag to his partner, B.J. Whitmer.
And what a combination B.J. Whitmer and Jimmy Jacobs make. The lack of size of Jimmy Jacobs and the sheer power and strength of B.J. Whitmer make a good combination.
They definitely complement each other very, very well in the ring. B.J. Whitmer, a 4-time ROH Tag Team Champ here. His second reign with Jimmy Jacobs, as I said earlier. Collier's going to shoot him off. Shoulder tackle takes Collier off his feet. Blocks the hip toss and hits one of his own. Deep arm drag there by B.J. Whitmer.
Holding onto the arm and barring it.
Champ's in control early on here.
Of course, also tonight, Matt Hardy will make his second in-ring appearance for ROH as he will take on the notorious 187 Homicide. A match that has a lot of fans talking.
Double foot stomp off the top to the arm. Now just clobbering the back.
Good tag team work. B.J. Whitmer seems proud of himself. Jimmy Jacobs staying on the man.
Drives the elbow to the back of the neck, only able to get a 1 count.
Nice headbutt from Jacobs.
Reverse of the Irish whip off the ropes. Ducks the clothesline. Ducks the back elbow. Jacobs caught, though, with a hot shot.
Throat first right across the top ring rope, and Collier goes for the cover. Whitmer in to break it up, though.
Tag to McGuinness. Going to work on the arm of Jimmy Jacobs. Driving the forearm into the back.
Held the arm in hammerlock position and drove him down to the canvas.
Another 2 count. Whitmer in there to break it up.
Nigel McGuinness has made no bones about it. He wants titles here in ROH himself, and be it the tag team titles, perhaps the pure title. He's always been in the picture of pure title matches as of late. His style certainly lends to that type of matchup, but he and Collier make a very impressive tag team, 2 scientific wrestling experts.
in control, and Jimmy Jacobs here working over the arm. Quick tags here by the challengers. Sound strategy.
Showing good teamwork, keeping a fresh man in the ring. Single leg takedown, stepping through, but Jimmy Jacobs kicks Nigel into the ropes. Springs off those ropes and connects with the clothesline. Again, BJ in to save his partner and perhaps the titles, and Chad Collier just forearming away at Whitmer.
All four men in the ring. It's starting to break down here. Referee losing a little control here. Collier in the corner with Whitmer. Hard chop to the chest. He's going to send him off. Nigel still has a hold of Jimmy Jacobs. Double team here. What are they going to do with Jimmy Jacobs?
And they sent Jimmy Jacobs into the midsection of Whitmer. They basically used Jimmy Jacobs as a weapon right there.
Hard shoulder block to the midsection of BJ Whitmer there.
Of course, it was Ricky Steamboat that put Chad Collier and Nigel McGuinness together in his feud against Mick Foley. So he saw a lot in these guys.
Once again, Jimmy Jacobs just launched into his partner. And the challengers have things firmly in command here.
As Steamboat said, they're two great representatives of the pure wrestling style that was one of the basis of ROH.
Snap suplex.
And again, suplexing Jacobs onto the midsection of Whitmer, using Whitmer's partner against him.
And you see the size disadvantage that Jimmy Jacobs brings into every single match he has here in ROH. Monkey flip out of the corner right across his partner. Like I said, that size disadvantage going against the champs here as Jimmy Jacobs just being used as a human battering ram.
Yeah, the monkey flip into the unintentional senton across the midsection. Double stomp from Collier. And I guess he didn't like Jimmy Jacobs' face. He's trying to screw it up.
Rearranging the facial features with a hard forearm across the bridge of the nose there.
Collier, the legal man, all the way up top he goes. Whitmer trying to get back to his feet. Jacobs up on the shoulders of Nigel. And
Whitmer off the ropes, hits the spear. Able to save his partner there and do a little damage on Nigel.
connected with the midsection of Nigel on the spear, and by hitting the ropes, took the balance away from Chad Collier, and he fell all the way to the floor. And hip tosses his own partner into the corner to legally make the tag. BJ Whitmer, the legal man. Going to work on both McGuinness and Collier.
A couple of big clotheslines from BJ. Collier up to his feet, caught with a boot to the midsection, and dropped right on top of his head.
Well, the Mohawk might have saved him right there if Nigel didn't. Able to kick out. Jimmy Jacobs with the flying forearm. Referee has lost control of this one.
Certainly giving a lot of leeway to these four guys, letting them just go at it. Title's on the line here. Headbutt by Jacobs on Collier in the corner. Double team coming here.
Jacobs being used as a weapon now against his opponents. Much better than being used as a weapon against his partner.
Absolutely. Covered by Whitmer. McGuinness breaks it up again, only a 2 count. All four men still in the ring here.
Nigel back to his feet.
Snap suplex by Whitmer. Jacobs says, do it again.
Yeah, but this time he's going to suplex Jacobs on top of McGuinness.
Right across the legs and the midsection. He's going
Jacobs, he may be thinking about, well, he's more strategy right here, trying to monkey flip, looking for that senton.
Overshot McGuinness there, nothing but canvas.
Collier going to work on Jimmy Jacobs. Up and over and out to the floor goes McGuinness.
Stomp on the hands by Collier sends Jacobs to the floor. Whitmer and Collier now in the center of the ring, clubbing forearms across the back. Whitmer's calling Jacobs, telling him to get up.
Maybe looking for the Doomsday Rana right here. One of their trademark maneuvers, but no, Nigel off the shoulders, Collier off the shoulders.
German suplex plants him right on top of his head.
Right on his neck. Tower of London. Can Nigel hit it on Jacobs?
We're gonna have new champs right here.
If Nigel can go for the cover, we've got new champions. Collier crawls over, cover. positioning, save the tag team titles for Whitmer, and Jacobs right there.
Jacobs somehow able to get his furry big toe on the bottom rope, saving the tag team titles here.
Collier placing Jacobs up top, Nigel out to the floor. Whitmer back to his feet.
Forearm to the back.
What can we see right here? Jimmy Jacobs looks like he might be going for a super contra code. Jacobs and Whitmer retain the tag team titles and will defend tomorrow night against James Gibson and Spanky.
"21 months. 21 months, punker. 21 months of my life dedicated to one thing. The ROH World Championship. 21 months. And in the span of 2, you disrespect everything I've ever done. Tonight, punker, I take back my belt. But more importantly, I end you."
A six-man tag team war, a battle of the factions, as we've got the Embassy, represented by Alex Shelley, Jimmy Rave, and Abyss being added to the mix, accompanied to the ring by Prince Nana to take on Generation Next of Austin Aries and Roderick Strong. And as their partner here tonight, Matt Sydal, big opportunity for him here in this matchup, where if Matt Sydal can earn the victory with his teammates here tonight, he will earn an official spot in Generation Next. And of course, they're accompanied to the ring by the lovely Daisy Hayes.
Along with her beautiful flower at ringside.
Yes.
Jimmy Rave and Roderick Strong going to start things off here. The Embassy against Generation Next. Six-man tag team action here. Jimmy Rave.
Of course, the tension between Generation Next and the Embassy began when it was Austin Aries turning down an offer from Prince Nana at Escape from New York, basically insulting Nana and infuriating him, and it has just escalated ever since. Alex Shelley joined the Embassy. Jimmy Rave was the first man in the locker room to actually accept Alex Shelley's apology, when he tried to repent for his sins when Generation Next wreaked havoc on ROH for the better part of the past year.
Nana going all out in his quest to destroy Generation Next, enlisting the help of, look at the size of Abyss in the corner, he's just huge!
Very intimidating force, especially in a matchup like this with a lot of smaller wrestlers involved.
Gotta wonder if Generation Next and Matt Sydal are gonna have an answer for the power of Abyss in this matchup. Roderick Strong going for a chop. Jimmy Rave using the quickness to get out of the way, but he's caught coming back in.
And quickly tags out, and in comes Alex Shelley.
Arm drag right out of his boots almost there by Roderick Strong. Former friends going at it here. Quite a history between all of these men. Shelley trying to make his way to the corner for a tag, but Strong dragging him in and tags in the former world champ, Austin Aries. Double team maneuver here, Shelley off the ropes. Nice clothesline out of the waistlock there, hooks the leg, referee down, only a 1 count.
And some good teamwork right there from Generation Next. And the size of Abyss, the best strategy on the part of Generation Next and Matt Sydal would be to use their speed and quickness to take out the potential Abyss being inside the ring with anyone.
Another strategy they might want to employ is just keep him on the apron.
You'll notice that Jade Chung is not in the corner of the embassy as Prince Nana set her Tagana to clean every bathroom at his palaces.
Oh, my.
And basically said that the fans of the Midwest were not they weren't worthy of feasting their eyes on someone like Jade Chung. So she's not here this weekend. Nice elbow off the ropes from Austin Aries.
2 count, Todd Sinclair right there. Aries able to hook that leg, get a 2 count on Alex Shelley. Hard forearm shot by Aries. Chop to the chest. Shelley fires back with a knee to the midsection.
Alex Shelley has made no secret that he didn't sell out to join the embassy. He bought in. And now it's Aries bringing himself back in the ring, twisting body press.
And a 1 count. Quebrada once again hooks the leg, and again only a 1 count.
Hey, you! What is this about, eh? Come on, left one!
Prince Nana getting a little frustrated at ringside.
Already on the case of Todd Sinclair is Nana.
Shelley down to 1 knee trying to block this suplex attempt. Goes after that arm into the Border City stretch.
Going for a submission early on here against Aries. I don't think he had him weakened enough to go for that, and Aries able to escape.
And it looks like he's got that fish hook. Referee needs to break that. That is not legal here in a Ring of Honor.
Todd Sinclair tied up in the corner momentarily by Jimmy Ray, finally able to break the hold.
Plants him with the Finley roll. Tags in Matt Sydal.
What an opportunity for Matt Sydal here.
What elevation on that cannonball leg drop.
Big match here in the career of Matt Sydal as he looks to join Generation Next, but he has to win. Actually, they have to win this matchup for that to happen. Hard right hand from Shelley. And drives him down to the mat with a belly to back.
Matt Sydal, especially on shows here in the Midwest, has really been impressing, but what can he do with a guy like Abyss?
Look at the size of this monster. That's exactly what he has to do. Stick and move. Stay away from the big man, because if he gets his hands on him, Matt Sydal is in all sorts of trouble here.
Kicking away at the legs, trying to chop this big tree down.
Well, that chop had absolutely no effect. Matt Sydal elevated up in the lights by Abyss. Charges into the corner, nobody holds.
Saved himself right there. Nice drop kick from Aries. Forearm from Roderick.
Sydal elevated.
And connects with the kick. All 3 men going to work on Abyss. Big sunset flip. Can he take him over? No, Abyss holding his ground. The sheer power of Abyss demonstrated right there as Jimmy Rave tagged in.
Matt Sydal hanging on to the hips, trying to get him over, and Abyss is still able to catch the other member of Generation Next and just drop Austin Aries right across the chest of Matt Sydal.
Double team work right here as Jimmy Rave drops Sydal to the canvas, but Roderick Strong in to break it up.
Jimmy Rave not the legal man. Todd Sinclair refusing to even count.
Sydal last time here in Dayton in a one-on-one contest against Jimmy Rave, put in a very strong showing. And these fans have certainly been appreciative of his style of wrestling. Great aerial ability shown by Matt Sydal.
Roderick Strong able to get in the ring and break it up, save Matt Sydal here. Todd Sinclair forcing Roderick Strong out, but they're going to drag Sydal into their corner, and he is in the wrong part of town now as Jimmy Rave tags in.
Stomping away at the midsection. Frequent tags on the side of the Embassy. As Rave, very methodical, backs him into the corner. Measures him for that punch. Some of the best punches you're going to see from Jimmy Rave.
Another hard right hand on Sydal in the corner. Another quick tag to Alex Shelley.
Double team work here by the Embassy as Sydal sent to the buckle.
Sydal elevates Rave up and over.
And the leg driven across the chest and down to the canvas. And drop kicks Jimmy Rave as he went for something off the top. Makes the tag. In comes Aries.
Ducks a double clothesline, drives a forearm into Abyss on the apron, knocks him to the floor. Austin Aries is going to work here on all three members of the Embassy.
Power drive elbow.
Hooks the leg. Only a 1 count. Shelley kicks out.
You see Prince Nana hopping up on the apron. Thought maybe that his team was in jeopardy right there. As now Abyss from the floor, trying to pull Aries to the floor, and a little bit of an assist from Alex Shelley. And now it's Austin Aries being driven right to the edge of the ring by the monster Abyss. And into the barricade.
Jimmy Rave had Todd Sinclair tied up in the corner, allowing Abyss from the outside.
Abyss just pulling Aries up and again sends him into the barricade. The monster going to work on the former ROH World Champion. Pitches him back inside the ring, right back into Alex Shelley.
Wax covered by Shelley. He wanted a quicker count from Todd Sinclair. He failed to hook the leg, instead just opting to drive the forearm across the bridge of the nose of Aries.
Looking to tie him up. Alex Shelley, a great technician, one of the best in the game. Shelley spent the better part of a year apologizing for his actions in 2004 as the leader of Generation Next. No one would accept his apology, but now it's the Embassy that have accepted him. And there's no telling what diabolical schemes Shelley will come up with now, especially with someone like Prince Nana at his side.
No telling indeed, as you see, look at him just driving the forearm into the back of the neck of Austin Aries as Jimmy Rave makes his way in, clubbing blows to the midsection. And the monster Abyss looking on the outside. Nana, money well spent here, looks like, with Abyss in the corner. Trying to take out Generation Next once and for all.
Tries the body scissors, making it hard for Aries to breathe here. This was right here in Dayton that Jimmy Rave was able to score a victory against AJ Styles with that air freshener. And back at the homecoming, Jimmy Rave able to defeat AJ Styles with interference. Hit that Rave clash. But no doubt about it, AJ Styles will be back for more revenge on Jimmy Rave down the road. As we got Abyss back in the ring once again.
Yeah, you just gotta marvel at the size of this guy. I mean, he is just enormous. Austin Aries just dwarfed in the corner by Abyss.
A definite strong addition to the Embassy. Prince Nana has selected well in choosing Abyss. But Austin Aries firing back on the big man.
Backing him up out of the corner. Surprising to see Abyss backed up there by Aries with those chops.
He was trying to inch his way toward his corner, but Abyss just shoves him toward the ropes and unleashes with those open hand strikes to the chest.
Just that one giant clubbing blow across the chest of Aries, enough to knock him to the floor.
Just standing on the man, and look at Alex Shelley just taunting Austin Aries.
Roderick Strong making his way out of the corner, trying to get Abyss off of Austin Aries, who's in a bad way here.
Prince Nana has spent big money on Abyss to ensure that he gets what he wants here in Ring of Honor. And Abyss is all fired up.
Charges in the corner and just crushes Austin Aries. Nowhere for Aries to go.
No, Aries needs to tag out right now. This match is in jeopardy, and in comes Alex Shelley once again. Just stepping over Aries. What an insult. Forearms Matt Sydal to the floor and just brings Roderick Strong into the ring, tying up the referee. And pulling Aries back into the corner of the Embassy.
For a snap suplex here, he hits it. Another cover, but Sinclair tied up in the corner by Sydal and Strong, unable to even make a count. Just
driving the knee down into Aries.
Aries has got to find a way to make his way to the corner and get a tag, get one of the fresh guys in here. Matt Seidel or Roderick Strong on the outside. And all three of these men in the embassy are just going to work now.
It's all on the line for Matt Seidel in this matchup. He needs to prove to Austin Aries and Roderick Strong just what he's capable of, and that he could be an excellent addition to Generation Next.
Strong again breaks up the count. Seidel knows if they don't win this match, his chance of being the newest member of Generation Next goes out the window.
And Prince Nana better worry about Daisy Hayes in the corner of Matt Seidel and Generation Next, especially with that loaded flower.
Loaded?
That's what I heard. That's word on the street. I don't know if it's true. I mean, thankfully she's not as diabolical as Alex Shelley and Prince Nana, and hopefully she won't use it on anybody. But I wouldn't put it past the Hayes.
Austin Aries right there, just inches away from the corner, trying to make the tag. And Jimmy Rave able to drag him back to his part of town.
Shelley tags back in.
Look at Nana on the outside with that flag. The Ghana flag as Alex Shelley just plants a boot to the face of the former world champ.
There you go, up high, there you go.
Basically saluting that flag and taking the attention of the officials. Now it's Nana choking away.
Trying to choke the life out of Austin Aries.
Alex Shelley has waged war all year against Generation Next, most notably with great matches at Manhattan Mayhem against Austin Aries, great title matchup, of course the final showdown, and New Frontiers against Roderick Strong as well. Trying to fight his way to his corner, Austin Aries, the victim of the bear hug here, as Alex Shelley tries to keep him in place.
Todd Sinclair checking on Aries there, seeing if he wants to give it up as Aries fires a forearm shot to the back, trying to rally the troops here, looking to get the crowd behind him.
Can he make the tag? He's so close. Elbow to the side of the head of Shelley. Reaching, Roderick Strong within his grasp, and he makes the tag, but the referee tied up with Jimmy Rave didn't see the tag, and he's not going to allow it.
Sound strategy there, and there's, oh, look at this. Jimmy Rave, no tag whatsoever. Todd Sinclair tied up in the corner with Roderick Strong, who did make the tag. Todd Sinclair did not see it and did not allow the tag.
And of course, they're claiming that they made the tag, but there was no tag. Typical of the embassy right here.
Rave with the bear hug. Aries, all the strength looks like it's being sapped out of him here. He might be out right here. The arm goes down once. Make it twice. One more time, and this match is going to be over.
No, he's still got some fight left in him. Aries digging down for that extra burst of energy here. Needs to get to his corner. Seidel and Roderick both want in.
He has been isolated for quite a long time here. He has got to find a way to make it to the corner and tag out, or he is going to be easy pickings for the embassy. Slapping his hands together, trying to get out of the bear hug. Finally forces Rave to break the hold, but can he make it to the corner? Rave goes for the big boot, and there's the tag.
Roderick Strong, the legal man, chopping away at the chest of Rave. Backbreaker over the knee for Shelley.
Making a second, and another chop to the chest of Jimmy Rave.
Series of backbreakers for Shelley, and just making Jimmy Rave a human chopping block. And now he's got a best. Oh, trying to get the big man up. Big release German suplex from Abyss. In comes Seidel.
Firing away with boots and left hands. Double team maneuver here. Send the big man off. Double elbow.
And he's got both of them by the throat. Here comes Roderick from behind. Going for the German, can't take him over. How can they do it? Three men working together was finally able to take Abyss down, and a big boot from Roderick sends him to the floor.
Drop toe hold by Seidel.
Standing moonsault. Beautiful.
Todd Sinclair ordering him out of the ring, not the legal man. This thing's starting to break down here.
Austin Aries. Heat-seeking missile to the floor. Keep your eye on that side out. That side out, putting it all on the line for a spot in Generation Next.
Picture perfect moonsault to the floor.
And half Nelson backbreaker, no. he might be looking for the Rave Clash, the Styles Clash.
But Aries off the ropes with a clothesline. 2.5.
So close right there. Rave back to his feet.
And go for the half Nelson backbreaker. There it is. Tag to Aries.
Aries up top. And that's 3. That Seidel has earned a spot in Generation Next as they come up with the big victory against the Embassy. Intermission in Dayton, Ohio. What a first half we saw. We still have a big second half of tonight's card. Will someone finally take the belt off of the waist of CM Punk before he leaves Ring of Honor? We'll find out. But right now, I'm joined by 2 students from the second class of the ROH Wrestling School. And what I want to know is, what does it feel like for the...
Oh my God, huh? What is going on here, huh? A bit more! Come get some more, huh? You want some more? Get them out of here! Ridiculous, huh? One thing for sure, the embassy forever, huh? Alex Shelley, the Clown Jew, Jimmy Ray, Generation Next, we showed you exactly what it's all about. And from here on, the embassy will prove why we are the top faction in professional wrestling and in ROH.
Generation Next, it looks to me like I'm the top, not climbing up an uphill battle anymore. Playing fields are a little bit more even. You gentlemen learned a hard lesson tonight, and it's that everything comes full circle. Looks like the odds have just gotten a little more even.
Embassy forever! Let's go have some steak!
The Embassy wreaking havoc here in ROH. Big second half still to come.
Hey, make sure you give me a tape. Watch, I'll show you my concept. Look at 44-inch gun, right here.
wasting no time hitting the ring on low key in a match that should be very heated, Lenny Leonard.
Yeah, forget the code of honor here. This one's gonna be a fight. Low Key and Jay Lethal, and they are off in a hurry. Drop kick to the midsection and make it one more right to the chin of Low Key.
Jay Lethal is hungry for a victory against Low Key, driving the knee into the back. Wasting no time trying to get this thing over early.
Jay Lethal coming back after that injury at the hands of the Rottweiler.
He's going for the dragon suplex right off the bat, but Key blocks it.
Able to take him off his feet. Key's going to go to the outside, try and buy some time. They try to take this kid out of the sport once and for all, but Jay Lethal is back and he is looking for revenge.
Low Key trying to shake off the effects of the early onslaught from Lethal. Key drives the knee into the midsection as Lethal came charging and brings it back inside the ring. This all began at the Midnight Express reunion when it was one of Jay Lethal's first breakout matches here in Ring of Honor. And it was Low Key being slapped across the face by Jay Lethal's mother. And that really ignited the rivalry between these two men. This is the first time Low Key has ever appeared here in Ohio for Ring of Honor. Right now, Jay Lethal putting on the brakes as Key saw it coming and moved out of the way. But on the second attempt, sends Key all the way to the floor.
Couldn't get out of the way of that one. He hits hard on the aisle here. Jay Lethal pulling out all the stops, trying to take Low Key out right here in Dayton.
Jay Lethal's face was caved in at the Trios tournament by an unknown assailant at the time. It was finally revealed at Manhattan Mayhem that it was Low Key that attacked Jay Lethal. Of course, he was put on the sidelines at the end of Manhattan Mayhem by the combination cop killer double stomp from Homicide and Low Key, injuring the neck of Jay Lethal. And ever since, he's been trying to get a key victory over Low Key to really get his revenge on the man, but he's come up just short every time. Could tonight be the night that Jay Lethal finally scores the victory?
Drives the elbow across the throat of Low Key, goes for a cover, doesn't hook the leg, only gets a 1 count.
They did battle at Death Before Dishonor 3. Jay Lethal almost got the win, but Julius Smokes at ringside got Low Key disqualified, costing Lethal that opportunity.
Low Key drops down.
Oh, but he saves himself. Oh, and the referee trying to get in the... Oh, not getting in the way of that drop kick sends Lethal all the way into the barricade.
Lethal hitting hard on the back of his head. Low Key using the referee's distraction of Jay Lethal there for just a split second to his advantage, as the Rottweilers are apt to do, using everything they can to their advantage against their opponent, and a hard chop to the chest.
Of course, Julius Smokes not here in the Midwest as he's a wanted man in Ohio. So the Rottweilers basically going it solo without Smokes at their side this weekend. Both of these men hitting very hard.
Jay Lethal slumped in the corner on the floor there as he is just hammered by Low Key.
And you want to talk about how focused Jay Lethal is to try to get a victory. You can just look in the eyes of Low Key and see how focused he is as he plants him with the slam on the hardwood floor.
Look at the face of Jay Lethal on the outside. The pain just etched across the face. And Low Key is just possessed right now.
What an intense individual Low Key is. It's been very frustrating for Jay Lethal that he hasn't been able to really exact his revenge and score a victory over Low Key thus far. But he's determined, and he's going to keep fighting until he gets that win.
Drives the knee into the midsection. Cover, doesn't hook the leg. Again, only a 2 count.
Lethal, a very resilient individual. He can take a lot of a beating in that ring and keep fighting.
This kid has so much heart. He takes so much punishment, keeps coming back for more.
Injured neck or not, Jay Lethal coming to the aid of James Gibson at the Future Is Now in New York, was able to hit the Dragon Suplex on Low Key at the end of that night. Pounding away on Lethal.
Big right hand from Low Key, shaking the pain out of the hand. He connected hard to the top of the head of low-key. Excuse me, Jay Lethal in the corner, low-key going to work.
Fighting his way back, though.
Lethal firing out of the corner with a couple of right hands. Make it 3. Rocks low-key now.
Not going down, though.
Reversal by Key. Sunset flip. Low-key hanging on.
Oh, going for the big stomp right there.
Roll up. Quick 2 count. He's clothesline out of his boots.
Gotta hand it to Jay Lethal. His reflexes, able to maneuver his way out of the path of that stomp, but he was not able to move out of the way of the clothesline. And now he's the victim of the body scissors by Key. Right in the center of the ring, nowhere near the ropes for Jay Lethal to try to break this up.
Just squeezing the oxygen out of the chest in the midsection there, making it hard to breathe. Rolls him over here.
It's a near fall out of it. Lethal sitting up to keep his shoulders off the canvas.
Give it up.
Fires a right hand to the face of Key, who won't let go. Make it 3, and again, Key just cinches down.
Making it hard for Lethal to even breathe in this position. And now talking some garbage as well.
Screaming at him to give up. Lethal trying to make his way to the ropes to break the hold.
He's so close, and he finally makes it. Low-key releases the hold and gets back to his feet. Stomping away on the chest of Lethal.
Low-key just relentless in his offense here. Not giving Lethal a chance to even breathe here, let alone mount a comeback. He's got him in the corner again. Another vicious chop to the chest. Low-key hits as hard as anybody in this business. Bolo uppercut again in the corner. Trading right hands now. Lethal firing back. He cuts him off with a boot right to the midsection.
Low-key in control of the matchup, pulls him up by the hair. Keeping him in the center of the ring, snapmares him down. And pulls him up by the hair and just slams him back first down to the canvas.
Lethal grabbing the back of his head. Cover hooks the leg, only 2.
Lethal able to get his shoulder up.
Lethal has got to find a way to mount some offense here. He's had flurries of right hands trying to fight his way out of a predicament, but he's yet to mount any sustained offense here. And low-key is slowly just picking this kid apart. Another right hand to the face. Snapmares him over.
Him down, Key off the ropes.
Drives the elbow to the midsection. Cover. 2.5 again.
Lethal staying in this matchup. And just waiting for Lethal to try to get back to a standing position.
Stepping on the fingers and talking some more garbage. Another cover. Again, Lethal able to kick out.
You see Low-key getting a little bit frustrated that he can't put him away. Seen several attempts at pinfalls here by Key, but Lethal able to get his shoulder up, able to kick out at every attempt.
You said very resilient Jay Lethal, doing everything he can to fight back, but still yet to mount any sustained offense, and it's going to be a matter of time here before Low-key puts him away, and this might be it right here as he plants him face first, hooks the leg. Oh, 2.5. Bruce Gray right there with the count.
Fans here in Dayton getting behind Jay Lethal, trying to give him that burst of energy. Mount some offense here. Key grabbing the waistline. Lethal back to his feet.
Uses the ropes to go behind and drives him with a belly to back. Can he follow up here?
Key offensive maneuver by Jay Lethal right there. He's got Low-key down as referee Bruce Gray applies the double count on both athletes. This gives Lethal a little bit of time to catch his breath, try to shake off the effects of the onslaught by Low-key thus far in the match.
Low-key up to his feet first. Fires a hard chop to the chest. Lethal fires back. Both men just trading shots in the center of the ring.
Oh, this is so intense. Back and forth they go, just lighting each other up. Key with a series of chops. Backs Lethal into the corner.
Reversal of the Irish whip. Key hits the corner hard. One more time. Lethal sends him to the other corner, making 3. Hangs on this time and drives him again into the corner.
No, this is taking a lot out of the back of Low Key.
Hard suplex in the middle of the ring.
Lethal getting a burst of energy here.
Finally able to mount some offense here.
Could be looking for that diving headbutt off the top rope. Key on his back.
Nails it.
But he can't go for a cover as he's still feeling the effects.
Lethal finally crawls over, hooks both legs. Bruce Gray down. Again, only a 2 count.
Lethal needs to stay on the man, keep the offense coming, attempt to go for that dragon suplex once again.
He's behind him, looks like he's going for it right here.
As the full Nelson cinched in, Key trying to break out of it.
Can he get him over? Key putting on the brakes.
Pressure put on the neck, but Key effectively blocking the suplex. But the full Nelson is taking a lot out of Low Key as he's slumping over. Will it take enough energy out of him that Lethal can toss him overhead?
Wait, he grabbed the ref!
Utilizing the referee to block the attempt at the dragon suplex. And now Low Key getting on Lethal once again. Drives him chest first into the corner.
Sets him up on top.
Hanging Lethal in the trio O. Key now positioning himself up top. Pounding away.
Standing on the ankle of Jay Lethal in the corner as he has him upside down. Drives a double foot stop right to the throat.
High impact maneuver by Low Key. Lethal looks to be out of it. Oh, but he got his shoulder up. And he's in the ropes as well.
So close, 2.5 there. Lethal able to grab the bottom rope. But how much was taken out of him right there?
Low Key pulling him back into the center of the ring.
Well, he says that's it. Look at the look on his face.
Looking to finish off Lethal here. Low Key climbing up top.
Crowd starting to get behind Lethal, trying to get him to his feet.
And it looked like
there was some contact there between Lethal and the referee.
Lethal and the referee setting him into the ropes to take Low Key's balance away from him. You know, both Key and Lethal basically utilizing the referee to their advantage in this match.
It's the 3rd time now Bruce Gray getting involved in the action. Once again, going for that dragon suplex. He's got the full Nelson cinched in.
Can he take him over with it? Uses his momentum, does Key to send Lethal through the ropes and out to the floor on top of the ring announcer's table. What could Key have in mind? He just saved himself from certain doom by getting off of that table as it just shattered underneath the feet of Low Key.
Went for that double foot stop off the apron. Lethal able to roll to safety on the floor. Key crashing through the table. Both men on the floor here in front of the front row in Dayton.
And that took a lot of the legs of Low Key. Crashing through that table. A chopping over the barricade goes Low Key. Jay Lethal taking this fight into the crowd.
Fans here in Dayton get an up-close and personal look at the action here between Lethal and Low Key. Jay Lethal now just firing right hands.
Hard chop across the chest. These fans seeing right in front of them just how intense this feud has gotten between Key and Lethal.
This is beyond wins and losses now. This is personal. Low Key and the Rottweilers trying to take Jay Lethal out of this business.
Keith firing back with a chop across the chest to Lethal. Referee Bruce Gray trying to get these guys back in the ring. Of course, we don't have countouts here in Ring of Honor, but if they stay out of the ring for too long, the referee can disqualify them. They're going up into the bleachers now.
Low-key and Lethal going at it all over the building here in Dayton. Another chop to the chest.
They've taken the action into the bleachers.
Come on, guys. Come on.
Low-key fires back and knocks down Lethal.
Come on, Low-key.
Lethal laid out on the floor. Referee again trying to reason with him. And he's shoving referee Bruce Gray. He's just trying to do his job here.
Trying to get these guys back to the ring.
And there's the bell. I think Bruce Gray's had enough. They put their hands on him several times, not listening to him to get back inside the ring, and it looks like he's going to throw this one out. They don't care about rules. They don't care about the officials here in Ring of Honor. It's a fight between these two men.
And this feud is not going to end until one of these guys is hurt.
And this fight is continuing, match or not. Whether the match is over or not, Jay Lethal still going to work on Low-key.
Wait a second.
Here comes Homicide. The Rottweilers again jumping on Jay Lethal here in Dayton.
No Julius Smoltz on the outside, but you knew it had to be a matter of time before one of the other members of the Rottweilers made their presence felt, and it's Homicide.
Well, if there's one man that's going to put a stop to Homicide on this night, it's Matt Hardy.
Jay Lethal and Low-key on the outside, still going at it here as Matt Hardy makes his way to the ring in Dayton for his Ring of Honor match against Homicide.
Somebody in this building who wants to edge more than I do, I'll tell you that. So Homicide, I didn't come here tonight to wrestle some 300-pound greenhorn like Gene Snitsky. I came here tonight because I know nowadays I'm in for the plan of my life. So I came here and I wanted to step into the ring with the baddest operator in Ring of Honor, and that is Homicide. So right now you learn when you step through these ropes, Homicide, that Matt Hardy will not die.
Well, Matt Hardy has made his way to Ring of Honor because he sees the competition, the level of athleticism that the ROH wrestlers bring to the table, and he knows what Homicide can do in that ring, and Matt Hardy's looking forward to this matchup. We have the opening bell.
Quite a test for Homicide as well as for Matt Hardy. You want to talk about testing yourself. Both these men are going to get quite a test here in Dayton.
Wow, some of these fans here in Dayton actually throwing their support behind Homicide. I guess they sort of see this as Ring of Honor versus WWE of sorts.
Yeah, it's definitely us against them. Homicide getting right in the face of Matt Hardy here. Listen to this crowd in Dayton.
Both of these men are primed for this matchup.
You got to give Matt Hardy all the credit in the world. You want to talk about a guy, he doesn't have to be here. He wants to be here. He wants to test himself against the toughest competition this sport has to offer. He can sit back and count his money in that big fat WWE contract he's got and get ready for that big feud with Edge, but he's here because he wants to test himself against the likes of Homicide and everyone else here in the ROH locker room.
Hey, you know, there's been some talk in the locker room tonight that Edge actually called Homicide before this matchup and maybe put a little thought in his head before going into this matchup.
Well, far be it from Homicide to take some money off of somebody to take a guy out. He'll do it for fun, but if there's money involved, he'll be all over it.
Yeah, Hardy has said that he wants to wrestle on the grassroots level with no limits, and that's why he's here tonight and here in Ring of Honor.
Nice reversal by Hardy. Controls a side headlock on Homicide. Big shoulder tackle from Hardy sends Homicide to the mat.
Right back up to his feet.
Homicide taking issue with some of the fans here who are rooting for Matt Hardy. Not often that a guy like Homicide's going to hear the cheers of the crowd. But like I said, the hometown guy, the Ring of Honor guy against the WWE superstar, he's going to get some of his cheers here and there.
Matt Hardy able to pull out a victory against the fallen angel Christopher Daniels in his Ring of Honor debut.
A little help from CM Punk. Kane involved there.
And of course, tomorrow night, it has been signed Matt Hardy to battle Roderick Strong in Chicago Ridge. Wants to take on the toughest opponents here in Ring of Honor.
Homicide able to make it to the ropes, forced the break there. He's going to go to the outside. Hardy going to work on the leg of Homicide.
Homicide, one of the faces of Ring of Honor. You know, he's been here from the beginning, and it's a big opportunity for both men. It's a big opportunity for Matt Hardy to really prove himself to the ROH fans that might not really be so willing to welcome him with open arms into the promotion. And it's a big opportunity because, hey, if Homicide can score the victory against Matt Hardy tonight, that elevates him in the eyes of the wrestling world as a whole.
Oh, I'm sure there are a few people in Stamford, Connecticut watching very closely here.
Clean break from Matt Hardy.
Sportsmanship from Homicide. Now I've seen it all. Collar and elbow tie-up. Homicide trying to drive Hardy back into the corner. See if we get another clean break here.
2, 3, yeah, 4. Let's go now.
No clean break from the Rottweilers. Are you kidding, Lenny Leonard?
Thumb to the eye. And a big right hand from Homicide, making a pair.
Big flurry of offense in the corner, just stomping away at Hardy. And now just choking the man.
Standing right across the throat here, choking the life out of Matt Hardy.
And you know, Matt Hardy's done his homework. He's watched Ring of Honor before coming here to compete. He knows exactly what Homicide's offense is like, and he's seeing it firsthand right now.
Reversal by Hardy. Homicide ducks the clothesline. Head scissor takes it right off his feet.
Good agility shown by Homicide.
Elbow to the top of the head. Chop to the chest. Hardy fires back with an elbow, making a pair. And a third. And a big right hand in the corner.
Referee Paul Turner trying to tell him to open up the fifth.
Homicide fires a couple of kicks to the midsection, and Hardy clubs across the back. Another reversal by Hardy. Homicide off the ropes. Goes under the legs of Hardy. Went for another tilt-a-roll, and he's caught with a side slam. 2.5.
Hardy learned from the first attempt and was not able to be taken over with the head scissors. And that time, able to plant Homicide. And now it's Hardy in control.
Do your ass here.
Driving another elbow to the back of the head of Homicide, who's up to his feet. Tries to fire back with a chop. Now Hardy aggressively in the corner, firing away at Homicide. Bit of a mean streak from Matt Hardy here in the corner. Reversal by Homicide. Kicks him to the leg. Look at him go to work on the knee. Trying to take out Matt Hardy here. You know, he said he got a call from Edge. Maybe this part of the strategy here, going to work on that knee, trying to make sure he never makes it to get to Edge.
Oh, he's trying to tear out that knee, and very wisely, Matt Hardy able to reach the ropes and get the referee in to break that up. Hardy trying to get some feeling back into that leg.
Hardy's had some injury problems over the past year or so. Big right hands, they're just trading shots in the center of the ring now. Drop toe from Homicide sends Hardy through the ropes to the floor.
Hardy struggling to get back to his feet. And could Homicide possibly have a tope con hilo in mind?
Oh, not Homicide.
He gets all of it.
No pretty blue mats on the outside here as he just wipes out Matt Hardy.
And this is where Homicide's at home, out on the floor.
Gotta wonder if anybody's been able to break up Jay Lethal and Low Key yet as they battled their way to the back. That's far from over.
Sends Hardy into the barricade. Pulling away on the back.
Tries to send him to the guardrail, but a reversal by Hardy and Homicide hits hard.
You know, we got that big main event still to come here tonight. All we got a second as these two brutalize each other on the floor. Lenny Leonard, it's time to pay the bills. I learned that from Jimmy Bauer. ROHWrestling.com, 215-781-2500. Much more than ROH merchandise. Check out DVDs and merchandise from TNA, the WWE, Full Impact Pro, IWC, BCW, and many more promotions. If you're an aspiring wrestler, you got to see the Secrets of the Ring series, including Volume 2 with Raven, which is out right now, plus much more rare merchandise from Japan, figures, books, and more. ROHWrestling.com, 215-781-2500. And now it's Homicide all the way up top.
Trying to finish Matt Hardy off here. Diving headbutt right to the midsection. After that neck breaker, hooks the leg. Oh, 2.5.
Hardy kicking out, staying in this matchup, but you can see him holding onto his midsection right there.
Crowd starting to get behind Hardy here. Snapmare by Homicide. Locks in the rear chin lock.
Homicide heard the fans chanting for Matt Hardy, trying to encourage him on, and without even thinking, snapmare, and he keeps him grounded in the center of the ring, trying to take the energy away from Matt Hardy and keep control of the matchup here on Homicide's home turf.
Also smart by Homicide, giving up a little bit of size to Matt Hardy here, trying to eliminate the size advantage of Matt Hardy by taking him off his feet. But Hardy's able to get back up and fire a couple of shots with the elbow to the midsection. Tries to get away in the handful of hair.
Draws a warning from Paul Turner, but...
Yes, Homicide, we know you don't have hair to pull.
Drives the knee down into Matt Hardy. Homicide making Hardy expend that energy to kick out.
Homicide looks to be getting maybe a little frustrated here. Not sure if he's frustrated with the fans or the fact that he can't put Matt Hardy away.
Hard chop in the corner. And now just choking away on Matt Hardy. Homicide wants this win. Back rake from Homicide. Trying to get the job done by any means necessary. Now it's Hardy with a nice little flurry. Fighting his way back into the center of the ring. Homicide fights right back with that chop.
Another one takes Hardy off his feet. Homicide again jawing with the crowd, taking a little too much time here.
Letting them know that he's not going to let them get to him. Homicide doesn't give a damn if the fans cheer him or not.
Look at Hardy firing away with a couple of headbutts and now just clubbing across the back of the neck. Reversal by Homicide. Hardy hits the corner hard, but runs into an elbow.
Homicide, you know, no stranger to using some shady tactics when need be. Nice swinging DDT off the ropes.
You might have him right here. Can he hook the leg? He does. Oh, 2.5 again. Hardy able to kick out.
You know, we might not have Julius Smokes as a physical presence at ringside, but you know, Homicide's used a chain and put that to use on recent shows. He pinned James Gibson with one at the homecoming. Well, don't put anything past Homicide. He'll do whatever he has to do, Rottweiler style, to get the victory. And climbing up top once again.
Hardy, though, able to get up to his feet and catches him with a right hand on top of the head. He's going to follow him up.
We see a superplex here from Matt Hardy.
Connects with the superplex. Unable to follow up, though. Hardy showing the worst for the wear there from the offensive Homicide. Unable to follow up.
This match has taken a lot out of both competitors as they lay on the canvas and the referee applies a double count.
Glazed look on the face of Matt Hardy. You're trying to get his bearings.
He's like, yeah, so this is what Homicide's all about, huh?
He's no Gene Snitsky.
Firing away on Matt Hardy. But Hardy fires back on Homicide. Back and forth they go. Neither man going down.
Trading right hands.
Comes roaring. And finally, the notorious 187 crashes down to the canvas.
Hard clothesline in the corner, and a bulldog takes him off his feet. Hardy with a cover.
1, 2, nice combo from Hardy, but Homicide able to get his shoulder up.
Drives the knee to the midsection. Going for that submission. He's got that double underhook.
Very close to the ropes, though. Homicide almost has that bottom rope within his grasp. If he can just roll, leverage over, yeah, there we go. He's got the ropes, and he must release the hold.
Good ring presence by Homicide, knowing where he is at all times, able to make it to the ropes.
You know, despite Matt Hardy's WWE affiliation and how the fans associate him with that organization, you know, he's really been impressed by Ring of Honor. It means a lot to him. He even went as far as to mention ROH on Raw on the microphone. What does that say about the love that Matt Hardy has for this company?
Reversal by Hardy.
And drives him down to the canvas. Cover.
Oh, again, 2.5.
Hardy back to his feet first.
Going to the outside here.
Homicide back to his feet inside the ring.
Takes Hardy down. Homicide now going to go up, maybe looking for a superplex of his own here.
Hardy trying to fight his way out of this position with shots to the ribcage. And drops Homicide.
Hardy going up top. Drops the leg from the second rope. Hooks the leg. 2.5 again. Homicide able to get that shoulder up.
The Hardy supporters very vocal, and the people who aren't so much supporting him in this matchup and maybe cheering Homicide on, very vocal as well. They're looking for the twist of fate, but no, Northern Lights suplex.
2.5. Homicide counters the twist of fate with the Northern Lights, but somehow Hardy able to get the shoulder up.
And Homicide may be looking for the lariat here. Off comes the elbow pad.
Lariat!
He kicked out! Not many men can absorb the lariat of Homicide and keep fighting, but Matt Hardy has done just that.
Shows you how much this match means to Matt Hardy. Not just another payday for Matt Hardy here. He wants this so bad, and he's going for the cop killer.
If the lariat can't do it, maybe the cop killer can. No. Boot to the midsection.
Twist of fate.
No. Hardy not able to get the twist of fate. It's anybody's ball game.
Matt Hardy almost out on his feet as Homicide now stalking him in the corner. Reversal by Hardy. Homicide off the ropes, but Hardy follows him up.
Splash Mountain. And what's this? Low-Key is up on the ring apron. Low-Key has made his way to ringside.
Exploder! But Jay Lethal now to neutralize Low-Key on the floor.
And Low-Key brought a chain to ringside. He placed it there on the edge of the ring. Jay Lethal saw that, and now he's got that chain. It's a tug of war. Homicide and Lethal fighting over that chain.
Hardy rolled him up.
He got him. Matt Hardy scores the victory. Homicide had his back turned to Matt Hardy, fighting over that chain with Jay Lethal, and a roll-up, 1, 2, 3. Matt Hardy has pinned Homicide. Jay Lethal letting go of that chain. Momentum was on Hardy's side. 1, 2, 3, and he's got Jay Lethal to thank for the victory.
The greatest thing the devil ever did was make you people believe he didn't exist. I am the devil himself. I'm taking this with me, and there isn't a single person that can stop me. Get back in this ring! Bring this belt back!
Hold the belt, please. I want to sign the contract right on top of it. Kiss my ass goodbye.
This belt belongs to me, and I'm leaving with it.
just like B.I.G. is. I'm the greatest of all times. I'ma say it just like Ali did.
We have the opening bell of your main event of the evening. A four-way elimination matchup with the ROH World title on the line. 60-minute time limit as CM Punk puts the title on the line against Samoa Joe, James Gibson, and the Fallen Angel Christopher Daniels. Joining me at this time on commentary, welcome to the booth, Jimmy Bow.
You better believe I'm going to be in the booth for this main event. What a match we have. And it looks like CM Punk wants no part of Samoa Joe in the early going to this one.
Can't really blame him, though. I mean, it was right here in Dayton that Punk and Joe went to their first 60-minute time limit draw last summer. And there Punk tags himself in as Joe had his back turned to him, trying to play a little bit of mind games with Samoa Joe right here.
Punk, the master of mind games. Of course, you talked about that 60-minute draw, World Title Classic in this very building. CM Punk went on to never defeat Samoa Joe here in ROH. You can look at Joe versus Punk 2, the other 1 hour draw, All-Star Extravaganza 2, that bloodbath where Joe finally got the victory over Punk, and even the Back to Basics tag team match earlier this year. We have Punk and Gibson in there right now, and if there's one man with an issue with CM Punk, it is James Gibson. Punk busting Gibson over, causing Gibson to bleed all over the place at Fate of an Angel. Gibson showing a lot of heart and courage, still coming back to fight for the world title later in the card, but CM Punk was just too much for him. The blood loss was too much for him, and Punk got a tainted victory by using the ropes. James Gibson did set that match up the week before by pinning CM Punk at Escape from New York. It was a pinfall counted by Mick Foley after a match, but nonetheless, James Gibson did put Punk's shoulders to the mat with the Tiger Driver.
All three of the challengers in this matchup certainly want to wear the ROH World title, and they all certainly just want to take it off the waist and that cocky shoulder of CM Punk, as he has been determined to leave Ring of Honor as world champion. It's all about himself these days. Not about putting the company first, not about thanking Ring of Honor for everything that it has done for his career.
Well, I'm really surprised Punk is here this weekend, to be honest with you. I thought that was it for him at the homecoming. I thought he escaped with the title at the 1 hour draw, but CM Punk's own ego got the best of him. He said he wanted to return for this weekend for what he claims to be his last weekend.
Oh yeah, whatever.
Because he wants to end his ROH career tomorrow night in Chicago by defeating his best friend, or perhaps former best friend, Colt Cabana. So Punk has returned, and ROH put him in this match against 3 of his enemies. World title on the line, 60-minute time limit, which is interesting to note, because if this match goes to the 60-minute draw, even if Punk is eliminated, and let's say it's James Gibson and Christopher Daniels left at the end, Punk will still retain the title because there is no winner in this match.
Yeah, that's about the only way that he can escape from this matchup wearing the belt if he is eliminated early, is if 2 men do go to a draw and the match doesn't end with a decisive winner.
It could be.
Otherwise, it would be in CM Punk's best interest to stay out of the ring as much as possible during the early elimination periods so that he can be one of those last 2 in the ring.
Well, you better believe that Gibson, Joe, and Daniels want that title more than anything, but they also want to be the man to pin Punk's shoulders to the mat or make him submit. So Punk is a definite target in this match, Dave, and you are right about that. It is in his best interest to stay out of this match.
James Gibson setting to the ropes. Neither man going down as he attempted the shoulder tackle. A little bit of a stare down between Punk and Gibson.
James Gibson, he is on borrowed time here in ROH 2, as it looks like he will be heading back to WWE. But before he does that, he wants that ROH World title. This is his 4th opportunity to the belt. He had 2 classics against Austin Aries at Stalemate and the Final Showdown. Both excellent matches. Both times, though, one match ending in a double pin, the other Austin Aries just squeaking out the victory. And, of course, that Punk match at Fate of an Angel. As Gibson goes down, Christopher Daniels tags in, and you know the history between Punk and Daniels. As we have some words now between Daniels and Gibson.
And Gibson wants to be in that ring, because as you said, all 3 of these guys want to be the man to finally pin CM Punk or make him submit, be in that ring. And Christopher Daniels taking the opportunity to tag himself into the matchup. These 2 went to a 60-minute time limit draw. Christopher Daniels not really gaining that measure of revenge that he wants on CM Punk since returning here to Ring of Honor competition.
This crowd firmly behind Christopher Daniels. So much history between Daniels and Punk. The Pepsi plunge through the table. Battle lines are drawn. Daniels shocking return to ROH 16 months later at Death Before Dishonor 3. the 1 hour draw, the homecoming, and now we have Punk and Daniels again. Can we finally get an end to this issue?
A series of intense lockups, and finally Daniels able to grab hold of the side headlock on Punk. Backs Daniels into the ropes, sends him off. Shoulder tackle, down goes Punk. Daniels off the ropes, staying on his feet, right to the arm drag, takes Punk down. Back to his feet, takes over Daniels with the arm drag. Sweeps legs of Punk, he kicks out. Sweeps legs of Daniels, covered by Punk, but he kicks out. Both men back up. Punk going after Daniels' legs, he grabs the head. Punk with the front chancery. Daniels turns it around. Back and forth between these two men, no one with a decisive advantage for more than a split second.
What an atmosphere here in Dayton. This reminds me of World Title Classic. You just can't get this feeling watching it on TV. We urge you to come to ROH live events when it comes to your hometown because you have to be here live to experience this.
And Samoa Joe asking to be tagged into the matchup. Extends the hand. Christopher Daniels has a few words for him. Will he tag the big man in? Fans want to see Joe in there.
Well, Joe is a Punk neutralizer, no doubt about that. CM Punk's been running from Samoa Joe a lot lately. And here we got it. Punk and Joe in the ring, perhaps the last time ever.
And Joe is ready.
The trilogy in 2004, right up there with the Steamboat versus Flair trilogy, right up there with the greatest matches in wrestling history. And Punk trying to tag out, Gibson having none of it.
Oh, he's going to have to deal with all three of his opponents in this match.
Punk, he has been running from Samoa Joe on the last few shows, and he's trying to run from him one more time in this match. And you see the frustration on the face of CM Punk. He does not want to lock up with the big Samoan. The ROH Pure Champion Samoa Joe, of course, the Pure title not on the line in this match. Punk trying to tag Daniels.
And avoiding the lockup, rolling past Samoa Joe, and Daniels, much like Gibson, scoots out to the floor. And no, you're going to have to lock up with Samoa Joe. You're not going to be able to get away with avoiding one of the men in this matchup. He's going to be backed into a corner, because we got all four corners with challengers. Well, three.
And Punk, I mean, look at this. He's trying to kill time right now, too. We can't forget about that 60-minute time limit. This would be in Punk's best interest for this match to go to a draw. He would escape with the title one more time if it does.
Crowd here in Dayton poised to see Punk and Joe lock it up one more time in this building. And Samoa Joe dumps him right on his head.
Joe is fired up. Look at that look on his face.
Chop to the back, kick to the chest. Samoa Joe off the ropes. Punk saw that combo coming and rolls to the floor.
Just like we saw in that trilogy so many times, Punk has Samoa Joe extremely well scouted.
But Joe taking a risk. Punk moves out of the way.
Once again, Punk has Joe well scouted, and there's a cannonball off the apron by Gibson.
Takes Punk down to the floor. No matter how much CM Punk tries to run in this matchup, he's going to have challengers waiting around every corner of that ring.
And now Punk finally sneaks past Samoa Joe and gets the tag to Christopher Daniels. We have Joe and Daniels here, and of course they have, well, looks like both men still have their attention on Punk right now. One thing about Joe, Daniels, and Gibson, they all want Punk in the ring more than anything, but they also have to watch out for each other because more so than anything else, they want that world title.
They can't lose focus of the prize in this matchup, and that is the belt. It's not necessarily getting their hands on Punk, although they all do want to do that.
Daniels and Joe met in a classic world title match back at Glory by Honor 2. Daniels, that whole year saying it was his destiny to become ROH World Champion, and he came so close to defeating Samoa Joe at Glory by Honor 2, but Joe just barely got the victory. A very heated match.
Collar and elbow tie up in the center of the ring as Punk back up on the ring apron. Joe sends Daniels into the ropes, and he grabs the headlock on Joe.
A lot of history between these two is actually Christopher Daniels, who recruited Samoa Joe into ROH as a member of the Prophecy before Samoa Joe broke away and won the world title.
Joe trying to send Daniels off the ropes, but he keeps that side headlock down to one knee, keeping Samoa Joe in the center of the ring.
These two very familiar with each other too. They have not been in ROH in some time though.
Trying to go for the shoulder tackle, but a slap across the face, courtesy of Samoa Joe.
Samoa Joe's not really in for any feeling out process in this match as he is unleashing the heavy artillery on both Punk and Daniels.
Boot right across the face of Daniels, takes out the legs of Joe and right back to the headlock down on the canvas.
Daniels trying to slow things down, dictate the pace. I don't know if it's in Daniels' best interest though to work a headlock on Samoa Joe. The clock is ticking.
Joe back to his feet. Daniels still grinding away on the side headlock. Referee assigned to this matchup, senior official for Ring of Honor, Todd Sinclair, as James Gibson tagged back in.
And it looks like we're going to have Samoa Joe matched up with James Gibson. These two have a very short history with each other, but a great one at that. They met in what I consider to be the best pure title match in ROH history at New Frontiers. Samoa Joe squeaking out the victory there when James Gibson was out of rope breaks.
Clean break, 1, 2.
See if we get a clean break here. No, Joe very aggressive in this match so far.
Gibson gets the chop right across the chest.
Gibson managed to avoid the big chop from Samoa Joe. He was outthinking him there, connected with one of his own.
Looking for the Greco-Roman knuckle lock here.
You know, in the back of James Gibson's mind, he is thinking of that New Frontiers match, how close he was to winning the pure title, and he would like to even the score against Samoa Joe here.
Samoa Joe scoring a very rare submission victory over James Gibson in that matchup, and again, it was because he was out of rope breaks. He was forced to tap in that matchup to Samoa Joe. Not often that you see James Gibson give it up, unless he certainly has to.
No, you never do, and really it was only because he was out of rope breaks. There was no way out of that choke.
Keeps the arm in hammerlock position, tying up the legs of James Gibson now. Samoa Joe in control. Going back on the chin now. Referee applying the count on Samoa Joe.
Well, Joe is definitely coming out determined here. He has a chance to become the first double champion in ROH history. Could you imagine if Samoa Joe holds both the pure and the world titles? Joe definitely has that goal in the back of his mind as he turns that into a sitting abdominal stretch.
We're in the center of the ring. See the expression of pain on the face of James Gibson as Sinclair checks on his condition. Trying to work his way back up to his feet, and he does. Knee to the midsection, and again. Gibson with the forearm strike. Off the ropes he comes, and Samoa Joe takes out the legs of Gibson. Now Joe hits the ropes. Back senton, but Gibson moves out of the way. Gibson off the ropes and connects with the senton of his own.
Gibson has Joe very well scouted. Gibson more determined than ever to win the title tonight. He's come so close to it. He wants that belt. It means the world to him.
Joe firing back on Gibson. Forearm shot. Joe with the chop. Gibson fires back. Chop exchanged by these two competitors. Knee straight to the side of the head, and down goes Gibson as Christopher Daniels tagged back in.
Now we have a matchup, Chris Daniels versus James Gibson, and there's no history between these two. This is a first time ever matchup in the ring.
Body slam from Daniels off the ropes. Drives the knee down into the throat. Gets a near fall out of it. You know, CM Punk saying that this is his last weekend like he has several times now. I'm starting to not believe when he says it's going to be his last show, but the one exception would be the fact that this weekend he will get his hands on Colt Cabana's many times partner, many times adversary in his hometown of Chicago. That aspect of that's what I want to be my last Ring of Honor match, I actually believe I'm saying.
Yeah, of course, Punk's ego wants to have him be in Chicago and defeat Colt Cabana there and walk away with the world title. This is all ego by CM Punk. That is why he is here this weekend.
Gibson holding onto the arm, keeping it barred, forcing Daniels face first down onto the canvas.
You know, Punk has to be enjoying this right now as he's been on the canvas for a long time, allowing him to rest. Watching these three men do damage to each other.
Gibson working over the arm of Christopher Daniels. Keeping him in the center of the ring seated position. Holding onto that arm. Trying encouraging Christopher Daniels to work it back up out of this hole.
Can Christopher Daniels achieve his destiny? The same destiny he talked about in 2003. Can James Gibson win the biggest belt of his career before going back to WWE? Can Joe become double champion? As we have a nice exchange right now.
Takes out the leg of Gibson. Daniels rolls over top. Going for the monkey flip, and he gets it. But Gibson lands on his feet. Bar drag from Gibson. Keeping hold of that arm. Now head scissors from Christopher Daniels. A great display of just what fantastic athletes both Gibson and Daniels are right there.
It is a pleasure seeing Christopher Daniels against James Gibson, a matchup you won't see anywhere else but ROH.
As the legs of Daniels now tied up with the inverted Indian deathlock, grabs hold of the head, or trying to. Daniels trying to fight out of it.
You know what though, Dave? Right now, James Gibson, Daniels, and Samoa Joe have to think about picking up the pace. I believe we're about 15 minutes into this match. And so far, we haven't even been close to one man scoring a pinfall over the other. And there really has to be 3 eliminations in this match in order for one of these men to get the belt away from CM Punk.
It's definitely something they have to keep in mind, is that 60-minute time limit.
And you notice Punk, he is in no hurry to get into that ring. As now they are backing into Punk's corner.
Well, Punk takes the opportunity to tag himself in as he sees Daniels in a weakened position as Gibson had been working over that arm. And so he's going to take this opportunity to face a weakened Daniels.
Oh, that was an opportunity to get in a couple of cheap shots, but it's not going to work.
Double team hip toss from Gibson and Daniels. And now it's CM Punk. He's just a ping pong ball. Elbow from Gibson. Samoa Joe with the headbutt. And again, Punk rolling out to the floor to try to get out of harm's way.
Punk buying himself some time there. Daniel should get right on him though. Samoa Joe staring him down. These 3 might be preoccupied with getting at CM Punk. And we saw Punk take Christopher Daniels to the 1-hour time limit. Going an hour is nothing for Punk. He has no problem with that.
He has a lot of endurance, and he's used to lengthy matches. And it might be his strategy to make this thing go an hour tonight, just so that he can retain the title. He might not even be concerned with pinning anyone. His focus is leaving ROH, going to the WWE with the belt.
He doesn't have to beat anybody in this match. They have to beat him, and then after this, they have to beat each other.
Daniels wrenching away on the neck of CM Punk.
Nope.
We are going to get to a point in this match, though, where all 4 men are very worn down, are suffering from exhaustion. It is very hot in this building tonight, and it will be easily to score a pinfall at that point, but who knows when that's going to happen.
Vertical suplex from Daniels, floats into a cover, but not hooking the leg.
The Heat could easily get to one of these 4 individuals in this building.
Daniels, chop across the chest. Forearm strike to follow up. Nice combination from Christopher Daniels in the corner. Pulls Punk out by the hair. Snapmare takes him down to the canvas and snaps that neck.
Of course, we got a cover. Todd Sinclair with a 2 count. Christopher Daniels likes to soften up his opponents for the Koji Clutch, the best moonsault ever, or the Angel's Wings.
Punk firing back with the chop.
CM Punk, of course. You got to watch out for the Anaconda Vice and the Pepsi Plunge.
Measuring him, another chop across the chest. Punk now with Christopher Daniels. Center of the buckle, goes up and over. Punk face to face with Samoa Joe, and he slaps him across the face.
I believe that's a tag.
I guess that counts as a tag. Referee Todd Sinclair telling Samoa Joe he's the legal man.
Once again, CM Punk proving why he is such an intelligent competitor. That is why he is ROH World Champion, making a tag in the most insulting manner possible to Samoa Joe, and that's just going to anger Samoa Joe. That's going to take him out of his game, although Christopher Daniels would disagree after that high knee.
As Daniels down in the corner now.
Or perhaps Punk just pissed off Samoa Joe, and he is taking it out on Christopher Daniels now.
Face wash from Samoa Joe in the corner. Nowhere for Christopher Daniels to go. Joe comes charging and kicks his face into the front row. Daniels looks to be out of it.
James Gibson has now had some time to rest up. He is a fresh man on the outside.
It's the advantage in a matchup like this to the competitors, if it does go long, that they do have the opportunity to be on the apron while 2 other men in the match go at it inside the ring to sort of catch their breath. could be a deciding factor in just how long this thing does go. Leaping forearm strike from Christopher Daniels. Joe staying on his feet. Another forearm strike. Again, Joe still up. And connects with Daniels.
That could knock a man out. Christopher Daniels needs a tag in a bad way.
Closest corner he is, too, is CM Punk. And Punk takes the opportunity to tag himself in.
And notice he tagged out to Samoa Joe, making sure he is not in the same ring as Samoa Joe once again.
Punk pulling Daniels back up, snapmares him down to the canvas. And now Punk using a Samoa Joe combination.
More mind games. Yep. That's more mind games there from CM Punk. Of course, Punk and Joe is such a history together. All you got to see is a straight shooting with CM Punk and Samoa Joe to realize how much history these two have together.
Belly to back suplex from Punk, drawing the neck of Daniels. As you mentioned, the Anaconda Vice does focus on the neck. Keeps him grounded in the center of the ring with the chin lock.
Not only that, he is once again slowing down the pace, letting that clock run.
Trying to encourage Christopher Daniels to dig down for some energy, work his way out of this chin lock, back to his feet.
Right now, Joe and Gibson are also getting an opportunity to rest, while at the same time, Christopher Daniels is getting worn down.
Daniels back to a standing position. Punk trying to hold on. Elbows to the midsection of CM Punk. Daniels hits the ropes. Boot to the gut from Punk. Now with Daniels, reversal of the Irish Brit. Punk into the buckle. Out of the way. Looking to cinch him up with a submission in the ropes. But Samoa Joe hits the ropes and puts a stop to it, connecting with the kick to the side of the head. CM Punk.
That's what happens when you spend a whole match pissing off Samoa Joe. Joe is going to take advantage of that opportunity.
Punk all the way out on the floor now. Gibson trying to get him back inside the ring.
And Gibson's going to make sure that he doesn't waste more time out there or get time to recover.
Pulling CM Punk back up, rolls him underneath the bottom rope and back inside the ring. Daniels the worse for wear, trying to get out of the ring. Call towards Samoa Joe to make a tag. Slowly inching his way towards Samoa Joe.
That's going to light a fuse if Daniels is able to make that tag.
Joe has his arm extended, going for the enziguri. Punk ducks. Ties up the legs of Daniels. Looking for the bow and arrow here. Stretching out the back as well, putting pressure on the neck and the legs.
And another hold that lets the clock run while wearing down Christopher Daniels.
Referee Todd Sinclair checking on Daniels' condition. Again, this is an elimination matchup. We have yet to see anyone eliminated from the bout.
We've yet to see anyone even close to being eliminated from this match.
Right to a cover, but Punk kicks out. Back to his feet. Punk takes out the legs. Trying to turn him over, maybe for a Boston Crab. Kicking away at the back. And he gets it. Sitting back, CM Punk putting a lot of pressure on the back of Daniels, wearing him down even more. Now it's Gibson getting in the ring.
That's a good move by James Gibson. Gibson not letting Punk waste any more time on the clock. Gibson getting aggressive.
Throws a warning from the official, but he did what he had to do. Gibson wants to wear that title. He made no bones about it. When he came to Ring of Honor earlier this year, he said he was in search of titles, be it the world title, the pure title, or the tag team championship. And as you said, he's on borrowed time here in ROH, heading back to the WWE. He doesn't have much time to accomplish the goals that he set for himself.
He needs to do it now. Daniels and Punk have been in there for a while.
Punk back to his feet. Fires away on Christopher Daniels. Daniels dishes it right back out. Back and forth they go. Daniels trying to get a little bit fired up here. Series of strikes from Christopher Daniels, getting a little bit more energy, sends Punk into the buckle, and he gets his boot up right into the face of Daniels, and back down he goes.
Gibson and Joe are very well rested on the outside as well. If they could get Punk in the ring right now, they could definitely have a great shot at defeating CM Punk, pinning his shoulders to the mat.
Punk stomps away on the back. See the heat in this building starting to take its toll. on Punk and Daniels.
It is definitely a hot summer night here in Dayton.
Looking to pitch Daniels through the ropes into the floor. I wonder what Punk's strategy is right here.
Oh, really? Who does Punk have to tag to?
Nobody.
Punk maybe trying to take matters into his own hands here and defeat Christopher Daniels by himself.
Driving him back first into the steel barricade. And now chopping away at the chops.
This could also be the grudge between Daniels and Punk, the ego between Daniels and Punk.
It's more mind games with Samoa Joe. It looks like he's setting up for the Ole Ole kick. That's exactly what Punk has in mind. Trying to get in Joe's head.
The whole match he has been taunting Samoa Joe.
But Samoa Joe out to the floor. He's not going to allow this to even attempt to happen.
And here comes Gibson. Punk is backed into a corner.
Slides in the ring, trying to get away from his challenger.
This allowed Daniels some time to recuperate, though. Let's see if Daniels will make a tag. No, Punk's still in control.
Drop kick to the back of the head and the neck of Christopher Daniels.
What I was saying before is maybe what we're seeing here is the ego of Punk and Daniels. I mean, we know the issue between these two, the feud between these two. I mean, it goes back so far into ROH history, and neither of them want to tag out. They both want to prove they're the better man over the other.
Daniels trying to feed off the crowd here in Dayton as they encourage him to work his way out of the hole. Again, Punk trying to eat up the clock. Elbows to the midsection of Punk. Daniels breaks free of the chin lock. Forearm shot to the side of the head. Off the ropes comes Christopher Daniels. Up on the shoulders of Punk. Plants him. Punk now. Maybe some old school CM Punk right here with the split leg moonsault. But Daniels gets the knees up.
Both these men need a tag in a bad way. Daniels is absolutely exhausted.
Trying to pull himself back up in the corner. He takes him down with the STO. Both men very worn down. The referee surveying the wreckage on the canvas.
They've been going at it for a long time in there. Now you see Samoa Joe itching to come in. James Gibson itching to come in. They are both very well rested.
Daniels trying to crawl towards Samoa Joe.
Daniels had enough. He knows that he needs to tag now. His tank is getting on empty.
Trying to pull himself up by the ring ropes. Oh, but he collapses. But he's right in the corner of James Gibson, who's tagged in. Gibson now going to work on Punk.
Huge advantage for Gibson here as Punk is very worn down. Gibson well rested.
Back body drop. Into the ropes goes Punk. Gibson pulls him back to his feet. Full of energy, James Gibson's had a lot of time on that apron. Pounding away on CM Punk in the corner. But Punk carries him out. Inverted atomic drop. And now Punk to the second rope. Going for the elbow. Another inverted atomic drop. Short clothesline from Gibson. Up to the second he goes. And drops the leg. Cover by Gibson. But Punk gets that shoulder up.
What a year James Gibson has had here in ROH. Making his star in one night against Spanky, defeating Spanky in this very building as he's going for the Tiger Driver right now.
Butterflies the arms, but Punk works his way out of that position, boots him in the midsection, and a drop kick from Gibson as he tried to come off the ropes. Right in the corner, Samoa Joe, and Punk ducks out of the way, and Gibson collides with Joe, knocking him off the apron and to the floor. He has his back turned to Punk.
Joe fell hard to the floor there too.
Punk with Gibson now, sent in. Holds on. Comes charging, does Punk. Elevated all the way to the floor. This could give Gibson an opportunity. Checking on Samoa Joe on that side of the ring. Punk on the other side of the ring on the floor.
Yeah, Gibson needs to worry about CM Punk right now.
And connects with the dive, taking him down to the hardwood floor here at the Montgomery County Fairgrounds Colosseum.
Now let's see if Gibson can follow up. He needs to get Punk in the ring. That's the only way he can beat him.
Christopher Daniels, though, Arabian press to the floor. Takes down both men. Samoa Joe rolls back inside the ring. Three of his opponents on one side of the ring. And Samoa Joe looks focused. Samoa Joe trying to pick him up off the floor now. Get Gibson back inside the ring. Fans want to see Samoa Joe regain the ROH World title right here in Dayton. Give them yet another memorable Samoa Joe World title match in the history books.
Joe right now, he's got his eyes on the victory. He's going after Gibson, not worrying about Punk right now.
That's exactly what he's got to do. None of the three challengers can lose focus of trying to eliminate each other and only focus on Punk. Oh, and Gibson collided with the ring post, shoulder first.
Yeah, he went hard shoulder first into the ring post. What's Punk doing?
Punk with the chair right upside the head of James Gibson. The referee had his back turned and didn't see it. He was tied up on the other side of the ring. Punk with that chair just waffled Gibson in the head.
Another despicable act from CM Punk. Once again disgracing everything that the world title stands for. The ROH World title is about competitive spirit. It's not about using chairs, it's not about using chains like we've seen in the past, it's not about using ropes.
Well, he doesn't care about the competitive spirit anymore. CM Punk's all about himself. He's all about walking out of here still with that belt by any means necessary. He's not here to have a good match. He's not here for the competition.
He's here to gratify his ego, and right now James Gibson is hurt.
We have a situation on the floor as the official as well as Christopher Daniels checking on Gibson.
Oh, did you see the blood spilling to the floor right now?
He's been busted open by that chair.
Todd Sinclair checking on Gibson, and I can see into Gibson's eyes, and there's no one home. Gibson has been knocked out. I think we have a concussion on our hands right here.
Well, the other men in the matchup giving him some time here. He is in a bad way.
Oh, he's losing a lot of blood in a hurry. Very similar to what we saw at Fate of an Angel. And it was that blood loss that in the end cost Gibson the match.
Our entire referee crew out to check on his condition. Gibson just still on the floor as the blood pours out of his head.
Gibson, he has no idea where he is. He can't even stand up. We have an injured athlete.
The referee's trying to help him back to his feet.
This is just not the kind of thing you want to see.
Well, they're carrying him away from the ringside area.
Gibson has no idea where he is. It's almost sad to watch this.
And it's all because of CM Punk. It's all because of his ego.
A great athlete like James Gibson, he's trying to get to the ring on instinct, but he has no idea where he is.
Well, there's no way he can get in that ring now.
He suffered a concussion.
He needs medical attention.
There's no doubt about it. He has suffered a concussion. They're taking him to the back. It looks like James Gibson will not be a factor in this match anymore.
CM Punk finally getting the ring with Samoa Joe as they go back and forth with forearm strikes. Neither man with an advantage here as they just pound away on each other. Neither man giving. Back and forth.
I will have Artie, our producer, update me on James Gibson's condition as he's been taken to the back for the medic to look at him. Fortunately, there's a hospital right across the street.
Punk and Joe now with a kick exchange. And Samoa Joe with a flurry of them. Down goes CM Punk. Cover. A little bit of hesitation before going for that cover.
Joe wore that world title for 21 months. He built the prestige of that belt. He made it into a world title. He is not going to let CM Punk, for lack of a better word, crap on all the work that he put into that world title.
Samoa Joe with CM Punk sent off the ropes. Ducks his head. Punk kicks away at the shoulder. Right to the power slam. But Punk gets his shoulder up.
All right, the early word about James Gibson is he did suffer a concussion, and I believe they're going to try to take him across the street to the hospital. So Gibson, a non-factor in this match.
Well, you can see that glazed look in his eyes. Go for the Pepsi twist. Take Samoa Joe down to the canvas. Punk looking to follow up now. All the way up top. Top rope moonsault from Punk. Punk utilizing a lot of maneuvers that he hasn't typically put to use as of late in wrestling. We saw the split leg moonsault attempt earlier. This time he connects with the top rope moonsault.
One more note on Gibson, as he is scheduled with Spanky, his best friend, to compete for the ROH tag titles tomorrow night against BJ Whitmer and Jimmy Jacobs, and he is now questionable for tomorrow night as well.
Punk now, mule kick on Samoa Joe. Staggers back into Christopher Daniels, who tags himself in. Goes for the roll on CM Punk. Bridges back. Oh, so close to Punk being eliminated. Roll up on Daniels. No. Both men back up. Daniels with knees to the midsection. Forearm shot. Right to the neck of CM Punk. Fires back with the forearm to the jaw. Punk off the ropes. Onto the shoulders of Daniels. Death Valley driver.
You got cover.
No.
Well, one thing that chair shot from Punk to Gibson did was ignite Christopher Daniels and Samoa Joe. They were done playing around.
Daniels maneuvering Punk into proper position to go for that best moonsault ever.
Here it is.
Punk moves out of the way. Daniels saw it, landed on his feet. Boot to the gut. Welcome to Chicago, Christopher Daniels.
Cover.
He's able to kick out.
I believe we have passed the 30-minute mark in this match. We might be a few minutes over the 30-minute mark. Daniels and Joe, they got to turn it up now.
Series of strikes from Punk as the crowd gets behind Daniels. Hammerlock. Going for the Pepsi twist on Daniels, but he counters. Flat CM Punk. Going for the moonsault again. And this time he hits it. Punk able to kick out.
Where is he getting it from? I thought that Daniels had Punk pinned at the homecoming in that 1-hour match with the moonsault. The ref was down. I believe that's the only reason why Daniels didn't get the pinfall.
Well, as despicable as the actions of CM Punk have been the past couple of months, we know that he is a very resilient competitor, a very smart wrestler. He can take a beating and keep on ticking, and now he tags Samoa Joe in. And Joe with the big running boot on Daniel. Oh, but he kicks out. Joe looking to follow up, maybe looking for the powerbomb. Gets two, holds onto the leg. Step over to a hold facelock, the STF.
Let's see if Daniels can hang on. Could it come down to just Joe and Punk once again in Dayton?
Punk out on the floor, trying to catch his breath as Christopher Daniels locked in the STF. Todd Sinclair checking on his condition. Turns it into a crossface.
And notice that Samoa Joe has the eyes of Christopher Daniels covered. Daniels has to go strictly on ring presence here.
The arm trapped, cranking back on the neck. Daniels trying to inch backwards toward the ropes, and he does to force a break.
And that's why Daniels is one of the best in the business today. Even though he could not see where he was, as a veteran, he knew in the ring where the ropes were, and he was able on instinct to find them.
Catches the leg of Samoa Joe. He's got the big man up and drops him down with the Samoan drop.
You know, if it came down to Joe versus Punk, that would be very fitting in Dayton, but also
okay, brought up from Daniels.
Daniels versus Punk would be fitting too. Koji clutch.
Brings the crowd to its feet. Will this be it for Samoa Joe?
You see Joe trying to take that hand around the ankle of Christopher Daniels and trying to alleviate the pressure of that leg, but it's not working. Joe's fading away. There's one. One more and it's over for Joe.
And Joe makes the ropes.
That's why he's world champion for 21 months. That's why he's the current ROH Pure champion. That heart, that fighting spirit. And Punk, meanwhile, he looks in terrible shape on the floor, but he's getting a lot of time to rest, and the clock is still ticking.
Oh yeah, he had 3 hungry men going after him for the duration of this matchup.
Angel's wings.
Can he get it on Samoa Joe? He's trying to fight it off. The arms are butterflied, but Samoa Joe holding his ground. Daniels clubs away at the back, trying to soften him up to get the maneuver. But Samoa Joe with a fury of palm strikes. Off the ropes he comes. Daniels going for the O'Connor roll. Bridges back, into the choke.
Joe puts him all away with this choke, including Christopher Daniels back in glory by Honor 2.
Can he hang in there? Crowd chanting, please don't tap.
Other fans chanting tap. And Daniels is fading away now.
It's very smart by CM Punk staying out of the ring and letting Daniels and Samoa Joe go at it with these painful submission holds that are just taking a lot out of both competitors.
Daniels once again trying to reach those ropes on instinct. And there's one.
Could Daniels be passed out here?
There's two. Daniels has his foot in the ropes. He just saved himself. Oh!
CM Punk just shoved that foot off the rope. Daniels was in the rope. Punk pushed it off the bottom rope. Referee didn't see it. And Christopher Daniels is eliminated. Daniels is eliminated.
Daniels was ripped off.
CM Punk from the floor. As soon as Daniels had his foot on the rope, he pushed the foot off the rope.
I agree with this crowd. CM Punk, once again, I mean, it was BS the way James Gibson was sent out of the match. And now Daniels, he had his foot in the ropes, and Punk once again making a mockery of the rules.
And now we see World Title Classic revisited. Slap exchange by both Punk and Samoa Joe.
The first time they've been in the ring since that Tag Team Classic and Back to Basics.
Punk biting away at the head.
Oh, Daniels isn't accepting the outcome. Daniels is infuriated with Punk.
Waistlock by Joe. Going for the enziguri. Punk ducked. He connected with Joe. Low blow on Daniels. Punk now with Joe. Rolls on.
No!
Punk has pinned Samoa Joe.
Samoa Joe has been eliminated.
CM Punk does the unthinkable. Pins Samoa Joe after Daniels connecting with the enziguri. Punk walks away with the belt.
Christopher Daniels caused Samoa Joe to be pinned. Christopher Daniels, irate, feeling he was ripped off, just caused Samoa Joe to be pinned by CM Punk. Punk's gonna go to Chicago with the belt. It's gonna be CM Punk versus his best friend. Colt Cabana tomorrow in Chicago for the world title. Punk's last match in ROH, but Joe and Daniels are going at it. Joe is irate at Daniels, and who can blame him?
They're just going at it on the floor here. These two men want each other as they're brawling all the way back toward the locker room area.
Two major stories developing right here. Christopher Daniels and Samoa Joe going at it, furious at each other, and who can blame them? As Joe, I believe, just got cut on the guardrail. He's bleeding now from the thigh. CM Punk, though, once again escaping with the world title. This crowd's chanting for Gibson, but I heard he's on his way to the hospital. He's got a concussion. There's no way he can wrestle. Punk escaping with the belt one more time. What a disgrace. It's all in Colt Cabana's hands now tomorrow night in Chicago.
Can somebody take that belt off of CM Punk? Colt Cabana, his training partner, his former tag team partner.
And Punk looking to get his hand raised. Hold on.
James Gibson is coming back to the ring. Referee's trying to stop him. The blood is still pouring out of his head.
James Gibson was never eliminated from this match. He was taken out for an injury.
Well, they were checking out his condition. Concussion or not, Gibson wants this title.
Gibson definitely has a concussion. He is wrestling this match with the concussion, with the blood loss in this heat.
Out to the floor goes Gibson through the ropes, but he's back up on the apron and climbing up top. Flying body press. Oh, he gets two. Going against against the advice of the doctors, against the advice of the officials. James Gibson back to the ring to fight for the ROH World title.
I thought he was at the hospital.
Crossbody attempt. Punk catches him up on the shoulders now. TKO.
That's got to be it for Gibson. There is no way he's going to be able to survive high-impact moves at this point. He has a concussion. He has suffered a lot of blood loss.
Listen to this crowd encourage Gibson to keep fighting. We talked about his tenacity before.
Oh, Punk is just pummeling that open wound on the forehead of James Gibson. This is very similar to Fate of an Angel. James Gibson, in the end of Fate of an Angel, could not hang on and lost to CM Punk.
Gibson kicking away at the knee of CM Punk.
Gibson's going on pure instinct at this point. Pure heart, pure desire. That ROH World title means the world to him, and he'll do anything to get it.
Punk again sending Gibson through the ropes into the floor.
And once again, Punk killing some time on the floor.
Trying to eat up that clock as he pounds away on the lacerated forehead of James Gibson.
I believe we are just about over the 40-minute mark of this match. And you notice Punk keeps striking the board and Gibson, no!
Drops Punk right on that barricade. And now chopping away at the chest. Gibson giving it all he's got here. And he's got the chair, a little payback. Right across the leg. Gibson's so determined.
Gibson still has a presence of mind to go after a body part. Gibson's proving why he's such a great wrestler, proving why he's arguably ROH's MVP of the year. It all started right here in Dayton against Spanky at the 3rd anniversary, part 2.
With all odds against him, injury, blood loss, James Gibson still fighting in this heat and fighting for Ring of Honor, trying to take that belt off CM Punk and put it around his waist to represent Ring of Honor as the very best on the roster.
Yeah, but how much can James Gibson take? I mean, this could end it right here.
Could Punk be looking for a top rope Rana? Possibly. He gets it, but Gibson holds on, rolls through.
Punk kicks, but look at Gibson.
Punk could give it up right here.
And that puts a lot of pressure on the knee that Gibson just hit with the chair.
Punk reaches the ropes to force a break. But yeah, a lot of strain was put on that knee with that hold.
You know, Dayton has a very special place in James Gibson's heart, especially after that debut versus his best friend Spanky. This is where he first wrestled with no limits in ROH.
Gibson firing away on CM Punk. Has him up against the ropes. Sent off reversal of the whip. Gibson comes off. Elevated by Punk, and down he goes. Going for the Shining Wizard.
Oh, right to the head.
Very close to the ropes. And Gibson saw that reach the ropes. Into the Anaconda Vice goes Punk.
And notice Gibson has his back to the ropes. Great ring presence by Punk. Gibson might be close to those ropes, but his back is to them.
Trying to maneuver his body so that his legs might be able to reach the ropes here. And they do.
Once again, great ring presence from James Gibson. What heart, what courage. Oh, he's tasted that world title before. He came so close against Austin Aries. He came so close against Punk despite being lacerated in Connecticut. Oh, look at it!
Only 2. Punk can't believe it. Gibson now holds onto the wrist. Boot to the midsection. Tiger driver!
Hits it! We might have a riot in Dayton if Punk retains the belt. This crowd is getting frustrated.
Able to kick out of one of Gibson's trademark finishing maneuvers, the Tiger Driver. He also likes to put the front guillotine choke to use.
They're taking out their frustrations on Todd Sinclair, but Sinclair doing a great job in this match.
Gibson back to his feet. Punk laid out on the canvas. Title on the line here.
Everyone on their feet in this sold-out building.
Gibson now looking to elevate CM Punk to the top rope, maybe for a superplex. Fires away on Punk.
He's going for a big superplex.
Punk though, shots to the rib cage, trying to fight it off. And this might leave Punk in proper position to go for the Pepsi plunge. Hit top rope pedigree.
He's got one arm hooked. He's got the other arm.
Gibson trying to fight out of it. Gibson all the way up top.
Pal, I couldn't be any happier for you right now. Listen to these people. They love you, Jamie. Jamie, my friend. Jamie, let me be the very first one to say, I can't wait for that title shot, brother. How you people just made me feel. I can do this right here. The greatest day of my professional wrestling career. More than Starday, more than WrestleMania, more being a cruiserweight champion, because now I am not labeled. Now I am not in the category. Now I am considered a hope of my peers.
Gibson's knee.